To start off because to be called a legend, first of all, I don't believe I'm a legend, but to be called a legend, which means you have spent a lot of time on the field, whether, depending on whichever stream you come from, whether you are from Bollywood, whether you're from cricket or any other sport, or business, banking, any sector. So I definitely feel old. That's one thing. But more than that connect that I have with the people. And I think most of you would have played cricket at some point of time. And the reason why people connect with me is because the way I play cricket is how they play cricket. You know, it's not like Paji, Sachin Tendulkar playing cricket where you see him and you're like, I can't play like that. You know, they see me playing and they're like, ऐसे तो हम भी खेलते हैं. You know, on the gully, on the ground, we have played like that. You know, he doesn't have an orthodox way of playing. You know, he's somebody who hits the ball everywhere and he has a lot of fun on the field. So I feel that's what my greatest strength has been. It's not about being a legend. I was fortunate when I was leading a team. I had a very experienced team with me, and you know, it makes the job a lot easier. So it's not about being the legend. For me, it was all about connecting with the people and making sure that the Indian cricket team, you know, we as a team, we perform to the potential that we have. The army guy, you know, than the politician. You know, I love spending time with the army. I'm pretty much straightforward. Politics is, you know, I think if I ever want to get into politics, I'll have to really study a lot, you know, do a lot of changes, and you know, then maybe I'll be able to adapt. But you know, it's a big thing to be admired by so many people, and you know, thanks to cricket. If I was not playing cricket, I don't think, you know, there'll be so many people who would be admiring me. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, you are very lucky." You know, I love when people say that, and I just tell them, you know, it's not like I am lucky. It's just that the number of people I meet and the connect that I have with the people, they are the ones who pray for me. You know, and that's why I'm so lucky. It's not like, you know, I was born lucky, but over the years it has happened that, you know, whenever there's a 50-50 scenario, more often than not, you know, it turns in the favor of us, you know, whether it's me as an individual or as a team. So, you know, being lucky is important, but at the same time, I think the admiration and it's something, you know, you feel a lot more satisfied looking at, you know, the kind of ovation you get wherever you go and the kind of love and affection that people show towards you. The two special moments, first I would say it was just after the 2007 T20 World Cup. We landed in Mumbai. So for a lot of us, we were part of the team that went to England. And from England, we got selected and we went to South Africa for the T20 World Cup. So we won, we were coming back, and that day it was very cloudy and you know, it was raining. So we started our descent, we were about to land, and I look outside, I'm like, you know what, it's raining, there would be nobody to receive us. We shall book all our flights and we'll go back to our respective cities because we have been out for so long. So we land, and even before immigration, there were like loads of people to receive us. And I still remember, we were in a double-decker bus. It was an open-top bus.
No one can forget that experience. Raining, cloudy.
Yes, and it took us literally 5 hours from the airport to the Wankhede Stadium. We all got wet. We were in the bus. We dried up somehow. We again got wet because in between again it was raining. So it happened like twice or thrice. And then the most memorable moment came. So what is called the Queen's Necklace. We are right in the center. There are people all around. There are cars parked all around. There are people on the street. You look ahead, there are thousands of people. You look behind, there's thousands of people. And everybody had a smile on their face. None of them were sitting in the car. All of them were outside. They were having their cameras. They had that smile. They were clicking pictures. I don't know how many of them actually missed their flights or were very late for work. It was not late. It would have been very late for work. But that's what it meant to them. You know, we were thinking, okay, we'll go back home. And then the kind of response we got. And also, we don't really have anything to compare it to. Because 2011 we won, but there was no celebration like that.
Like this.
because we never went out, nothing really happened. Even the time when we won, we were in the stadium till 1:30. And we actually, like, I personally actually didn't see the people celebrate on the street. Whatever we saw was on television. So, that was a very memorable moment. The second would be, it was during the 2011 World Cup. It was during the finals. We were we were playing at Wankhede. And it was like 10 or 15 runs were needed. And me and Yuvraj, we were batting. And all of a sudden, the crowd, they start singing the song Vande Mataram.
Oh my God, that gives me goosebumps.
And you're right in the middle, and imagine 40,000 people, saying Vande Mataram. And so it used to start from, let's say, if it started from North Stand, your ears actually move because it goes around. So that would be my second most memorable moment, or one or two, I can't really stack it saying this was the preferred moment, but it was something that was very, very special. And I don't know if I would ever be able to witness something like that, because you may have 40,000 people singing the national anthem or singing the national song, but that atmosphere, the moment, the hard work that was put for that 45, 50 days, during the World Cup, whether it will come or not. So I feel these are the two priceless moments when it comes to my cricketing career. And there have been lots of other moments, but these two I think were very, very priceless, to me. The good thing with cricketers, or the bad thing with cricketers or sports people is, first of all, we get a chance, which is a good thing. We get a chance to represent the country.
Sure.
But the only problem is you can only represent the country for a period of time. It may be 3 years, it may be 5 years, it may be 15 years. So, once you have finished your cricketing career or sports career, you can no longer represent your country. Unless you start doing something else, which happens to be on that line. So, for me personally, the most important thing is, whenever I'm going out representing my country, I want to give it my best shot. It's not about the expectation that others have from me. For me, it's all about what good I can do, how well I can contribute, and you keep taking it forward. Yeah. If you make your debut, you are different. Once you reach a stage where your career is ending, then it's not only about your performance. You have to make sure that others who are part of the team, the youngsters, they get the right guidance, so that they are the ones who will take care of the future of cricket or sports. So there are other kind of responsibilities that fall in front of you. But overall, I always felt country was the biggest motivation for me. It was never about scoring runs or taking wickets. It was more about the team should do well and we should win the games. And that always helped, because it kept things very simple. Once you start getting into the groove of, I want to score runs, I want to take wickets, I want to do this, we play a team sport. So for us, it's always about, all of us moving together. And, what is something that you can do, but maybe some of the others can't do. To realize all of that and then to move forward, taking that added responsibility, that's what makes you, slightly special. Because you can always think about what is good for you, but what is good for the team, and then you keep moving forward with that decision, is something that will make people appreciate you, especially the ones who are part of the team.
So you just spoke of youngsters. I mean, what advice would you give a youngster today who's getting into cricket or sport, any kind of competitive sport maybe?
The youngsters today, the only piece of advice I would give them, which was very relevant when I made my debut or people in the 80s played, cricket is the core. You take care of cricket, everything else will take care of itself.